In this video, I'm going to teach you how to factor perfect square trinomials. So recall that the square of a binomial gives a perfect square trinomial. So this is a square of a binomial. You can also rewrite this as a plus b times a plus b. And for the negative or minus, you can also write it like that: a minus b times a minus b. Now, as you can see, we can FOIL it. So first, inner, outer, and last. So a times a is a squared. A times b is ab plus ab. B times a is ab. B times b is b squared. Since we have 2ab, combine the like terms. So a squared ab plus ab is 2ab plus b squared. So this is the answer for a plus b is to be squared. Now, how about this? Minus sign. So we can still use the FOIL method. A times a squared. A times negative b is negative ab. B times a is negative ab. Negative b times negative b is positive b squared, since negative and negative are equal to positive. So bring down a squared. Negative 2ab minus ab is negative 2ab plus b squared. So it's just like that. So when is a trinomial a perfect square? So first, when two of the terms are perfect squares and both are positive, which is you have two terms and both are positive. Then the second one is when the third term, or usually the middle term, is twice the product of the quantities that were squared. So let's have an example here. Let's say we have x squared minus 6x plus 9. Now, how are we gonna solve this? How are we gonna factor this rather? So as I said earlier, that a trinomial is a perfect square when two of the terms are both positive and are perfect squares. So this and this are both positive, which is good. Good. And x squared and 9 are perfect squares. And when the third term, which is 9, is squared, a perfect square. So when we square that, it will give us 3. Now, if we twice the product of the quantities that we squared, as I said earlier, so let's times this by 2, it will give the middle term. So 3 times 2 is 6, right here, 6. So this is a perfect square trinomial. So let's factor it out. So first, we're gonna find the roots of the first term and the last term, which is x squared and 9. So x squared is x. So the square root and 2 will cancel. So it will give us only x, and the square root of 9 is 3, since 3 times 3 is 9. So let's set up different parentheses here. So we're gonna add x on both parentheses and 3. Now, what sign are we gonna use here? So we're gonna use the sign on this on the first one, or the sign of the second term rather. So both of these will be minus. So we can FOIL this for checking. So let's FOIL it. So x times x is x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. Negative 3 times x is still negative 3x. And 3 times 3 is positive 9. I mean negative 3 and negative 3 is positive 9. So we can now combine like terms. So let's add x squared. Negative 3x minus negative 3x is negative 6x. And bring down 9. So as you can see, this is just the same as the first equation or problem. So yeah, which means this answer is correct. So you can pause the video if you want to try. So you're gonna find the root of the first two terms. So it is a perfect square trinomials because the first and the last two terms are perfect squares. So the square root of 4x is 4x to the fourth is square root of 4 is 2. Square root of x to the fourth is x squared. So you're just gonna divide the 4 by 2. So how about 81 squared? How are we gonna do this? So it's just simply 9, since 9 times 9 is 81. So set up two different parentheses. So we are gonna put the first term, which is 2x squared, and under 2x squared here, and then 9. So you're gonna use the sign of the second term, which is this, which is plus. So you're gonna add plus on both sides. So you can also just rewrite because they are the same. So you can rewrite both of them. So since these are the same, so it is to be squared. So this is the final answer. So you can try it if you want to. So first let's find the first two roots. Find the roots of the first and the last two terms. So square root of x squared is simply x, so square root and 2 will cancel. And the square root of 144y squared, the square root of 144 is 12. Since 12 times 12 is 144, and the square root of y squared is 12y. So just like that. So set up two parentheses. So put the first term x on both, and this second term 12y. Now what sign are we gonna use for this one? Since we have a minus here, so we're gonna use minus on both. So this is the final answer for this equation. And by the way, you can also rewrite this as, since they are the same, x minus 12y. Since there are two of them, you can square it. So thanks for watching.